Hey everybody, this is Coach Hammett coming to you from beautiful Georgetown, Texas here in room 122. Hope you're having a great day. Let's jump into 3-2 zeros of linear functions. Easiest section we've ever seen because you've already done it. Here we go. New information. Parent functions. Okay, every different type of function that we have. Linear functions, quadratics, exponential functions. All of these are going to have a parent function. A parent function is the most simple function that you can have. Okay, f of x equals x. Now remember, f of x can also be written as y. So y equals x. That's about as simple as you can be. And what that is, it's a line. This is a linear function. The domain is all real numbers. Remember, domain was also our x value. Okay, x values are domains, so it keeps going negative, it keeps going positive. The range are our y values, keeps going negative, keeps going positive. All right, so the linear function, a question that you will see is what is the parent function for a linear function? And it is y equals x. Make sure you know that right there. Okay, moving on. Okay, find the zeros of f of x equals 1/3 x plus 1. Now, let's make this easier. I'm going to cross that out, and I'm going to make it not as scary, and I'm going to put y equals 1/3 x plus 1. Zero, all a zero means, if it says find the zero, is the x-intercept. All right? It's just a fancy way to make somebody feel smart. They say find the zero of something. Well, all it is the x-intercept. So if we're trying to find the x-intercept, what do we make a zero? X or y? Well, we're trying to solve for x, so we need an x in the equation, so we're going to put a zero in for y. So we're going to go 0 equals 1/3 x plus 1. And now all we're going to do is we're going to solve for x. So we're going to start that by -1, -1. We're going to be -1 equals 1/3 x. To get rid of this, what we're going to do is we're going to multiply both sides by 3. All right, so I've got -3 equals x right there. So the zero of this is -3. That means that if I was to graph it, okay, one of my y-intercept or my x-intercept is going to be over here at -3. All right, that's the zero. The zero is on the x-axis. 1, 2. I put the little marks right there for you. Okay, the y-intercept on this, which it's not asking for, just throwing it in there, would be 1 right there. Okay, so if it said graph this thing, all right, I would go like this. I would draw a line and make it go through both of those points, right like that. Okay, but the zero, what this question's asking, find the zero. The zero is going to be that -3 right there. Going on. Kendra's class. I had to use this example because that's my wife's name, so there you go. Kendra's class is selling greeting cards to raise money. They paid $115 for the cards, and they're selling them all for $1.75. This is the function. Basically, find the zero and then describe what it means. Okay? Well, the first thing we can do is we can make a table. All right? So they just picked a couple of points. They picked a 75 and a 100. All right? So at 75, if x is 75, which is how many they sold, all right, if x is 75, they're going to be a positive 16.25. 75, 16.25, there it is. That's the 75. Okay, look at this. That's that point right there. Okay, you have your input value of 75, you have your output value of y. And so you can graph those two right there. Input, output. Now, what if they sold 100? If 100 is the input, 60 is the output. 100, 60. Right there. 2 points to make a graph. Now, what's the zero of this function? Well, if I draw a line between those 2 points, and it can be any 2 points because they're always going to be on this line, The zero is going to be right there. What do you think? Maybe 65 or so? Something like that. So it's about 65. So now we're going to check it algebraically. All right. And how do we do that? We put a 0 in for y. We solve for x. And we come up, we guessed it was about 65. It's actually 65.71. So we're pretty close. So what does that tell us though? Well, that tells me that they've got to sell 66 cards to start making a profit. So let's go back to our chart, our graph, and look at it. If they sold 90 cards, they're making a profit of whatever this line is on right there, of $42 or whatever it is. Okay? So the 0 is very good to know right here because that's your break-even point. Everybody knows that this line keeps going down. So if they only sell 40 right there, there's your point, and it's negative money. Think about it if on the concession stand, all right? And I'll let you in on a little something. We can buy blizzards, all right, for about $2.50 each. All right, $2.50. Well, our cost. All right, we sell blizzards for $4. Okay, $4 sell price. I buy about 50 blizzards at a time. All right, so 50 blizzards at $2.50. Tell you what, this is what I want you to do. I want you to work up this problem. All right, and you're like, what problem, coach? If blizzards cost $2.50 and I'm buying 50 of them, how many of them do I have to sell at $4 each to break even? All right, bring that problem to class tomorrow and we're going to figure it out. All right, guys, that's it for the video. Hopefully you're having a good evening. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.